Okay, think about this for a second. Elon Musk is running Tesla, SpaceX, Neuralink, the Boring Company, X, and XAI. I mean, that portfolio, it just defies logic. And everything operates at a speed that feels like it's breaking the laws of corporate physics. So the one question that just hangs over all of it is how? How does he do it?
Seriously, how does one person manage all of that at such an insane speed when you have entire boards of directors that can barely keep one company moving? It's a puzzle, right? It's stumped competitors and analysts for years. But it turns out someone might have finally cracked the code. They've reverse engineered his operating system. And that someone is none other than Nvidia's CEO Jensen Huang. Now, he's got this unique perspective, right? He's both a partner and a supplier, so he's seen Musk up close, in the trenches, and he thinks he's figured it out. It's not some kind of magic. It's a system built on three core principles. So, let's break them down. All right, principle number one, Huang calls it radical deletion. And I want you to really focus on that word radical, because we're not just talking about, spring cleaning or optimizing a workflow here. No, this is way more fundamental than that. So, as Jensen Huang puts it, Musk has this ability to question everything. And I mean everything, until it's stripped down to its absolute bare bones minimal amount. Like you literally can't take one more piece out or the whole thing just collapses. It is a process of relentless, and I mean relentless, subtraction. And this right here, this comparison, it just nails the difference. See, most people, most companies, they solve problems by adding stuff. A new process, a new team member, another line of code. Musk, he solves problems by subtracting. He doesn't just simplify a part. He asks the question, does this part even need to exist in the first place? And the algorithm for this? It's brutally simple. Step 1, question every single requirement. No exceptions. Step 2, ask the most critical question of all. Is it load-bearing? Like, is the whole structure going to come crashing down without this thing? And if the answer is anything, and I mean anything other than a hell yes, then step 3, you delete it. Gone. So after all that aggressive cutting, what are you left with? You're left with the skeleton, the first principles, the bare physics of the problem itself. And get this, he applies this at a massive scale. We're talking from rocket design all the way down to how you structure a simple meeting. Okay, so that's how he simplifies the problem, but what about accelerating the solution? Well, for that, it's not just about what he does, it's about where he does it, which brings us to principle number 2, point of action presence. Huang says that if there's a problem, Musk doesn't fire off an email. He doesn't schedule a Zoom call for next Tuesday. He physically goes there, to the source of the problem. He wants to see it, touch it, understand it with his own eyes, with no filters, no layers of bureaucracy in between. Think about it. The typical exec, they're reading reports that have been filtered a dozen times. They're looking at PowerPoint slides made by people who probably weren't even there. Musk, on the other hand, walks to the point of failure. He literally stands over the broken piece of hardware. This isn't just some quirky management style, you guys. It's a strategy. It's designed to completely collapse the information gap that just paralyzes most big companies. And it's so easy to picture, right? Most executives live in boardrooms. They are totally disconnected from the physical reality of what their company actually does. For them, the problem is just a slide in a deck. But Musk, he's standing over the actual broken hardware. And the word from people who have worked with him is that he does not leave. He stays right there until it is fixed. That kind of physical presence, that just creates a totally different and way, way faster dynamic. And here's where the speed really comes from. In a normal company, right, a problem happens on the factory floor. The time it takes for that information to travel up the chain to someone who can actually do something about it, we're talking weeks, maybe longer. With Musk standing right there, that gap collapses from weeks down to mere hours. So, okay, he strips the problems down to their core. He shows up right where they're happening. But the third piece of the puzzle, this is the one that explains how he seems to bend the entire world to his timeline. And it's called demonstrated urgency. See, Huang explains that Musk's personal urgency is, it's contagious. And here's the key. It's not something he demands from other people. It's something he demonstrates himself with his own actions. And when people see that, his own team, his partners, his suppliers, they can't help but start moving at his pace too. Your typical company,
They try to get urgency by writing it into a contract, right? Or putting it on a project plan. They demand it. Musk demonstrates it. And think about this. When the CEO of your customer is moving faster than your own team, he stops being just another customer. He instantly becomes your number one priority. And this is the ultimate effect. When your urgency is demonstrated, not just talked about, people don't just put you at the front of the queue. No way. They rebuild the entire queue around you. You're moving so fast that everybody else's normal speed just starts to feel like they're standing completely still. So, when you put all three of these pieces together, you start to see it, right? This isn't just a list of leadership tips or life hacks, no. This is a complete interlocking system, a system designed for one thing: generating insane velocity. Let's recap it real quick. Number 1, use radical deletion to strip the problem down to its absolute bare essentials. Number 2, show up at the point of failure so you can solve it instantly. And number 3, move with so much personal urgency that the whole world just rearranges itself around you. And that system, that is the answer to the big question we started with. That is the mechanism. That's how one person can operate at a speed that entire companies, with all of their resources and all their people, just can't possibly match. And in the end, you realize this isn't something you're going to learn in a business school textbook. It's not a management philosophy, as Huang says. It's something much more fundamental than that. It's almost like a law of physics for getting things done. Which leaves us with one last question to chew on. And this isn't just for CEOs. This is for all of us. In our work, in our lives, take a look around. What in your world, what processes, what meetings, what assumptions, what isn't actually load-bearing?